driving little car on the original Lego Island. Oh dear. This car's got good acceleration. Strange parking manoeuvre. Can't say they asked me to do that one on my test. Never mind. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A little game called Kept Hidden. Man alive, those footsteps bring back painful memories. Let's not discuss it. Let's discuss the game instead. Alright, so as I personally understand it, this is a little game where you play as some sort of scientist at a research facility. Something goes a little bit awry, as they are wont to do in little horror games, but this is meant to be a sort of a stealth game, inspired a little bit by Alien Isolation, in the sense that you're not really meant to get into a bit of a scuffle with the villain.
16th of January. The test specimen arrived today. She's currently undergoing physical and psychological performance tests. Seems like we can start the experiment sooner than we thought.
Well, that's good. Good to know that people are still undergoing examinations in this day and age. Seems like we never escape them. Okay then, can I go through here? Yes, I can. Not sure why I'd want to. This is an elevator? You could have fooled me. Alright. Press E to go down to floor number 1. Alright, I should do that, please. Indeed, yes. Presumably this is an elevator, even though it doesn't really look like an elevator. But what do I know? Nothing at all is the answer to that. We have a fire extinguisher, which we could possibly bash somebody over the brain with. We have a little stamina bar. I presume the little bit of red chocolate that I have up there is, that's funny, is my health bar. Hello, fellow academic people of braininess. As opposed to hello, fellow people who have won beauty contests. Giddy aunt. At least they could win a contest for identical twins or nothing else. May I incur discussions with these individuals and their very small chairs? It would seem the answer to that question is no. You're not going to get a lot of work done without a mouse, mate. But never mind. Right, I'll leave these identical triplets to their various different scientific jobs. Perhaps that's not my area of expertise. To be honest, I don't really have an area of expertise. But never mind. I don't reckon I can go this way. This doesn't seem very health and safety compliant, but never mind. Can I crouch? Yes, I can, for all the good that it would do me. Okay, let's stop mucking around like that and actually carry on playing the game, for crying out loud. Are those breathing noises going to produce sound that some villainous old enemy is going to be able to detect? Or am I jumping to conclusions? Can I go through this door? I don't know if there's like an interact button or anything, but it seems like some science is going on in there. Yes, and the red circle. Oh well. That means all of those infuriating YouTube thumbnails are actually scientific. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting conclusions that we come to in the world of science. Hello. Kitty, why do you all stand like little penguins with your chest outstretched like that? I don't know. I also don't know where I'm going. Just away from here, I think, would be quite nice. An emergency exit door. Can I go out the emergency exit door? No, I'm pressing E on it isn't doing anything. I presume E is the interact button, given that that's what we used in the elevator. Let's see what we can find in here. More science going on. Hello, fellow science people. Oh, another playback tape. Excuse me a moment. I'm just going to stand here between you and totally ignore you and listen to your private journal recordings. I'd be making that face too if I had a nose as flat as yours.
23rd of February. The tests are showing good results. Management is very pleased with our work so far. We started the lobotomic procedures today in order to prepare the specimen for the upcoming tests.
Take it from one who has taken many an exam in his life. I don't think cutting somebody's brain into little pieces is going to make them any better at doing tests. Oh, gosh. The horrific thing is I recognise most of that notation. I don't recognise this bit of mathematical notation that looks like someone who's been chopped in half with their legs hanging off and their blood spooling out all over the floor. I don't recognise that. I must have missed that particular lesson in the calculus class. I sincerely apologise. Okay then. Man alive, I don't want to run at this point for no other reason than I don't want to listen to that irritating breathing anymore. Okay then. Have I completed my little job on this floor? Can I now go to a different floor and continue to listen to other tapes and learn other things? The answer to that question would appear to be no. Alright, maybe the boxes have moved? No, they've not. Alright, what am I to do with myself now? What other things am I to do with my small life and existence to go along with the small chair? I do not know. There must be something else I can do, some other thing I can interact with or listen to, or somebody I can speak to, presumably. No, I cannot obtain caffeinated substances for the sake of fueling my brain power. Definitely can't go through here, can I? No, I can just peek. I do not have the security clearance to go in there and see that particularly secure type of science. There weren't any other ones in here, were there? There are some papers. Oh no, these are some plates. I do sincerely apologize. Well, plates can be made of paper, but I don't think these people are stupid enough to have to require a paper plate rather than a proper plate. I feel like they should be properly equipped with proper plates so that they can bash people over the head with them when they do incorrect science. Ooh, we have another little passageway here that I didn't see before. Okay. Let's see what we can find on the lower level. I think it said that we were going down when we began, so we must be heading deep into the basement, where they keep all of the lobotomites. That breathing is really loud. I wouldn't enjoy playing this game with earphones, because, I mean, I wouldn't enjoy doing anything with earphones, but I really wouldn't enjoy doing this with earphones, because you'd feel as if someone was blowing a blustery gale into your lug holes. Okay, let's go this way, because I'm a bit more accustomed to the breeze block and brick of indie horror games than I am with the strange environment over there that seems without texture. Alright, there doesn't seem to be anything going on here, but I'm wondering whether we might be moving into an area where an enemy will chase me, because hiding in rooms and getting behind boxes for cover and that kind of thing might be a stealth mechanic if I'm not able to climb inside of lockers to utilise that old classical tactic. I see some boxes of different colours, but other than that I see not a lot, other than some coffee.
8th of April, the lobotomy procedures have shown their results. The specimen's behaviour hardly resembles anything human anymore. Its sleeping patterns have and are still gradually degrading for the tiny amount of sleep it still gets.
Oh, okay. So you got some poor soul, you plucked some poor soul off the street, you earless maniac, and you moralless maniac as well, now that I think about it, and you subjected her to a load of psychology exams, and then afterwards you chopped her brain to bits and stopped her from going to sleep at night. I'm glad to see the ethical review of this place has not occurred for the last 100 years. Man alive. I mean, there are seriously stringent ethical reviews that you have to go through for almost all types of scientific research, and if it's got human participants in it, then my giddy aunt. If you think tax returns are difficult, you should try getting ethical approval for a scientific study involving human beings. So, I wouldn't like to try and motivate a research study that involved cutting people's brains open and preventing them from going to sleep to an ethical review board. But somehow I get the funny impression, the funny feeling, that these guys didn't exactly go through the standard procedures. Particularly since they already seem to have adopted a cloning procedure and they've cloned their greatest mind to get 156,000 varieties of him. It's like his face was made out of mutton and then run over by a truck a couple of times. It's not great. I've also realised these aren't windows or screens as I originally thought they are. They're just black tiles. Right then. I guess I better leave before they dunk my head in any of this radioactive goop in order to quell my questioning nature, I suppose. It's a strange game. There is more stuff going on. Oh, other drinks. I'm glad to see we have a variety. High amount of choice when it comes to when it comes to what you want to shove down your throat as you shove knives down other people's throats. I think that's how you do it a lot better than me, anyway. What have we got in here? Nothing of interest. Nothing at all. I was told there was a villain in this game at some point. Possibly it's just going for a sort of a nice slow burn on the introduction to get you ready for things and get you a bit creeped out before it chucks the monster in your face. Why are they all the same? I mean, I know why they're all the same because they just got one model, but why are they all the same person? Oh goodness, we have reached the nucleus of the disaster. I suppose I'll walk up the central carpet. What on earth is this? A little packet of biscuits or something. Injecting the core amount of stimulus. Left lever once, right lever twice. Something a different number of times. Might that be like the middle lever, perhaps? Well, if I pull the left lever once and the right lever twice, I can just continue pulling the middle lever until it's right. By which I mean correct, not as in left and right. That wasn't me. That was the intern. Definitely. Blame them instead of me. Ah, right. All of the horrific quadruplets are dead. What a tragedy. Okay then. Now we're getting into the spooky pooky bit of the game. Okay. What have we here other than a dead scientist man? Hello, dead scientist man. I hope you are doing well today. I should probably go out there, but I don't much want to go out there. Idiot. The way the light kind of catches on his mouth made him look a little tiny bit like a blow-up doll, which was not a good look. Not for a scientist. Not for anyone. Not even for a doll, to be quite frank. Alright, we have got our light. We have got our gun. We have got a few bullets. Indeed, can I reload the gun to get the bullets in it? There we go. Okay, so to the best of my knowledge... Oh, that's interesting. The laser sight doesn't match up perfectly with the reticule. It kind of wanders around a little bit. Oh, good afternoon. It strikes me I should perhaps not be here. I should perhaps in fact be in another location, which is not this one. I do not seem to be very good at this. Let me try and drive it off with a gun. Yeah, well, that didn't work. Right, it says on the page that you should use the weapon as a last resort. Can I crouch? Yes, I can. I remember doing that earlier. But then I forgot because I am stupid. Okay. Let me try that again. Can I turn the light off? Yes, with right click. Okay. So right click, I can turn my light off in order to be additionally discreet. Okay. So, I don't know what my objective is. This game's a little light on the old information. It's not light on the hands made of mutton, but you know. You can't have everything. I mean, you've already got mutton hands and a monster. What more could you possibly ask for? Well, I've no idea if it's in there. It is not. Is that? Oh, there's a little computer screen. Sorry, I thought it was one of those brown paper bags you got at McDonald's there for a moment. But no, I do not believe that is the reality of the situation. I can't hide in any of these, can I? No? Alright, I seem to remember that being a thing in Alien Isolation. Even though I've actually never played Alien Isolation, so I've got the fence to do what I'm yammering on about. Alright. We, Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Can I jump? Yes, I can. That might be a good opportunity for me to run the hell away then. Idiot. Did I escape? Going to hide behind this little box. We're going to pretend like I escaped and I'm safe, because I'm self-evidently not. But it's going to be alright. Oh, I can see a red light by the door. Yeah, that must be him. Yeah, he's definitely getting close to the door, isn't he? That must be a proximity, note. I don't know how to describe it, I don't know. Indicator, that's the word I'm looking for. Okay. What is my objective? Am I trying to escape? Am I trying to kill a creature? Am I trying to recontain it? What am I trying to do exactly? What's that? Oh, that's another can. Sorry, I thought that was something else, but it wasn't. I was being stupid. Wouldn't be the first. Okay, he's over there, I think. So Nothing to worry about from him for the moment. Interesting that all the lights have gone off, but all the power for the console seems to be still on. I'm guessing that's... is he coming this way? Yes. Yes. I don't think it's controversial to say that he's coming this way. Hi, friend. Jogging about, are we? Good, good, good. Good to stay exercised, I suppose. Well, this was an error in judgment. And by judgment, I mean geography. Where am I going? This way, I suppose. This way, I suppose. Behind the boxes! Probably. Good, we have escaped him. There's just some strange noises he's making. Sounds like he's got a severe throat infection. He's really angry about it. In fairness, I get angry about throat infections too, but I don't murder scientists while wearing nothing at all. Did you see me? Probably. I am stuck in a corner. Well, it's worth a try. Giddy, I assume that I'm just trying to escape. That seems vaguely reasonable. Unlike the level of difficulty, which is far from reasonable. Okay. Let's try this again. So what I want to do is stick my head around corners with the light off in order to see if I can see the red light of him. So I can see a little bit of red in the distance. Just the tiniest indicator that he might be there. So what I need to be is discreet and clever and patient. Aha. To be honest, he's more of a patient than I am, but never mind. Let's stop making fun of synonyms.
18th of May. We've started to run into some issues. It seems that the increased brain activity has also led to more and more violent and aggressive behavior. We keep the specimen locked away at all times now. We are still increasing the brain activity daily. The management is pleased that we were able to keep it alive for that long. Very promising results.
Right, okay. I'm wrecking my brains for the one psychology course I ever took to remember how the brain chemistry works. I have made a boo-boo by coming this way. I'm gonna go in here. And then I'm gonna get stuck on something. I'll hide behind this desk. I'll pretend I'm serving drinks. I'm sure he wouldn't murder a man serving drinks. Certainly not. Oh no. Oh no, I'm so dead. If he does come through, however, he might come around, because I don't think he can jump. I don't think I've seen him do that, so he might come around the desk and I'll jump over it and go out the door. Okay, it's alright. I think he's gone off in that direction, which is annoying, because that's the way I want to go, but never mind. Are you yanking on my chain? Oh, go away! I'm so bad at this. Let me get the flashlight for a second and just make sure there's nothing of interest in this room. Give that here. Never mind. Let me try and wrap my brains about my knowledge of psychology. Brain activity would increased brain activity would involve more electrical impulses going around in the. Oh, I can't go this way. Fiddlesticks and confound everything. Yeah, additional brain activity would imply that there's more electrical impulses going around the brain, and for electrical impulses to go around the brain, there need to be neurotransmitters in the synapses, which would imply that an increase in probably dopamine, if I remember correctly. Maybe increased levels of dopamine would bring about higher volumes of violence. Perhaps that's what they've done, screwing with his neurotransmitters, with those selective reuptake inhibitors or whatever they're called. I can't remember, it was many years ago and I wasn't paying a great deal of attention at the time. You must forgive me. Right, so we're just going to assume that's what happened. They've got him absolutely pinned on drugs, and he is a very vicious boy. So he wishes to get a little bit vicious. I can't put this on for a bit of armour, can I? No. Between the footsteps, this hazmat suit, and the fact that his model massively reminds me of... Ooh, this might come in handy for stuff and things. The fact that his model massively reminds me of one of the SCPs, that crying man with the long gangly limbs whose number I forget. 096, I think? It's alright. I thought he saw me, but no. No, I think he's seen me. I think the music just hasn't kicked up. The orchestra's fallen asleep. Somebody poke the orchestra! Where am I going? This way, presumably. Yeah, I really do feel like we're in some kind of SCP Foundation facility, which, to be honest, seems reasonable. They're the kind of people who disregard ethical reviews and chop people's brains up for the sake of stuff. Earth is that? Has he been hit on the face with a plate? Ah, I see. I told you if you did bad science, you get hit over the head with a plate. You should have voted for the paper plates when we had that referendum, mate. Silly Billy. Never mind. Right then. Is he after me again? No, but I think he is coming this way, which is a bit of a pain in my bum. I'm going to hide behind this console in the hopes of him not seeing me. Okay, so we've got a key card, which is presumably going to open a door, so we are trying to escape then. Hi, friend. How are you today? Are you going to see me? I didn't think there was much point in us faffing around, pretending that he couldn't see me. When he quite obviously could. I know scientists aren't exactly Olympic 100-meter sprinters, but still, you know. I think with the adrenaline of a demon chasing you, I think you could run a little faster and a little further, mate. But never mind. I'm really bad at this. Alright, give me a moment. I'll see if I can do any better at this, because right now I'm being a bit dreadful. Well, that's an interesting development. I shot him in the crotch and he scampered off. That's good to know. How interesting. What I've also realised is that the map is ever so slightly randomised in the sense that the key card is not always in the same place. The green key card was not in the same place that it was last time. It has since moved. But I presume that it is necessary to have... I seem to have gotten slightly stuck on something, but never mind. I presume that the key card is necessary, but I don't currently have it, obviously. So it seems like you do need to search around the map each time to... Sometimes it seems like there's really no reasonable explanation for why he should be able to see me. But at least we found the door. Now tell me I need the key card. Needs getting key card to be opened. And I like that sound effect as well. And alive. This might as well be the video game of stock horror sound effects. Never mind. Okay. I don't have enough bullets to kill him again, because it seemed like it took over half my magazine. But at least we found interesting developments. So we... No, Gideon. If you see that red light in the distance, you just turn tail and scamper off. Alright. I need to find your green key card, get back to the door, and chuck myself out. And never return to this infernal place. Ever again. Oh, and now we're in a ham and pickle sandwich. I have no idea where I'm going. Straight to the afterlife, one presumes. Crying out loud. Man, this is difficult. I mean, it is fair. It is fair. It's not that there's something really frustratingly unfair that's going on. It does seem like sometimes he detects you even when there isn't like a proper line of sight going on, but it's just frustrating. But I'll get through it. One way or the other. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for being kind this time around. It's forgiven me. Forgiven me for my previous indiscretions. The problem is this map is relatively large, all these snaking corridors. It's very easy to forget where it is you've been and where it is you're going each time. and exactly what leads to a dead end and what doesn't. See now, see how is he detecting me now? Job done. Might also be nice if after you shot him he kind of disappeared off the map for like 10 or 15 seconds. And then he came back rather than respawning immediately somewhere else. But perhaps that might make it a little bit too easy. I don't know, and frankly I don't care. I just wish to remove my bottom. I wish to speak the English language, however I am thoroughly incapable of achieving this goal. I wish to remove my bottom from this place. Thank you. Have I escaped? Oh no, I haven't. That was just the first round. Oh, okay. Kitty on. I was wondering why it said green keycard if I only needed one. Does that mean there's going to be a second keycard I need, like a red keycard to get out of the second door or something? Perhaps, perhaps not. There's no real way to know. This is also going to be a lot more difficult because this environment is a lot more confined than the original one that we were wandering through. Okay, well there's the exit. The question is where the villain is. He ain't far away. Is he coming this way? Yes he is. That's a pain in my neck. And several other various bits of my anatomy. I don't know where I'm going, can't see anything, it's very, very dark. Oh, it's going the wrong way. No surprises there. Okay. I'll turn this off when I go past here so he's less likely to see me. Yeah, man, I am just calling it everything today, aren't I? He still knows where I am, of course he does, because he's some sort of psychic person, despite having 90% of his brain removed. Okay, fine. It's not fine in the slightest. There's another audio tape I want to listen to over here. No, it's not, it's just another paper plate. Kitty, aren't I sick of these paper plates? How did you get the chair under there? That's impressive, my friend. Such is the power of science. We can even put chairs in places where they don't belong. Oh no, which way is he coming from? That way. Idiot. You run out of stamina so quickly. If you don't get into a room fast enough where you can hide, you're just screwed, which you get behind the desk. Right, that's it. That'll do. Right, let's listen to this, so calm down for a minute.
24th of July. The body of the specimen is now unable to withstand the lab environment. We moved it into one of the testing tubes to decrease the stress that gravity has on its body. It seems like it has been unconscious for a few days now. This could also be some sort of comatose state. The brain activity has not decreased, to the contrary. It has long surpassed everything we've seen so far.
See, how is it chasing me now? How is it chasing me now? How did it find me? I really don't want to go that way. How is it chasing me now? How did it find me? How? How did it find me? I was standing still, I was being quiet, I wasn't doing anything. Okay, thank goodness it respawns you here. If it respawns you right back to the beginning, I would be irate. Idiot. I like this, but man, is it challenging. It really is unforgiving. If you get detected, that is just it. You do not have the stamina to really escape. If you're in a convenient place where there's a bit of distance between you and him, like he's seen you at the other end of a corridor, he hasn't just, See, how? How? Is it that he's seeing, like, my light at the far end of the corridor? It's like the light projecting to the far end of the corridor? That's what he's seeing? Is that it? Is he a lot more sensitive to the light than I ever realised? I don't know. Well, we know he's sensitive to gravity, and most of us aren't sensitive to gravity, so if he's an overly sensitive sort, then perhaps I ought to watch my P's and Q's. Crying out loud. See what I mean? There, you annoying numpty. Would you just shut off? Thank you very much. Oh, go on, buzz off. I feel like you have to spend a lot more of this game with the light off than I would like to spend with the game with the light off. Problem is I don't want to have the light off because then there's nothing for you to look at other than the darkness and the shadows. So, you know, I kind of want to give you things to look at, but at the same time I also want to give you a look at success. Which is a bit difficult for me, but never mind. Kitty acts like a shooting blind. Although given... It is just that my light... It is somehow that my light is protruding out into the corridor and he's seeing that, which is a lot more advanced than I would have predicted in a little game like this in terms of an enemy's detection. Normally it would be based on a relatively simple sound mechanic, or some kind of line of sight thing, which would work with the hitboxes of the environment, but no. No, he is much more clever than that. This elevator door won't open, but fiddlesticks and confound everything. Isn't that a tragedy? Is it in... Oh, for crying out loud, he's after me again. That's sort of where I'm going. Up here, apparently. Oh, there's the key card. It's actually a good thing he started chasing me, otherwise I wouldn't have seen that there. There's surely no way he can reach me here. A stalemate. I will shoot you in the face if you don't leave me alone, friend. Look, you cannot see me. You cannot see me. Go away! Alright, fine. I'm doing a bit of a fish in a barrel thing. Oh, okay, so you can get him with 4 good shots, which means you could do that 3 times within the space of 1 level. Alright, fair enough. Where does this go? This goes to the blockage of the boxes. This goes to the place where the brain breaks down. That's what this place is. Right. Now I just need to get back to the wherever the hell it is I'm going. Goodness only knows. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm gonna back up a bit and really hope that he's not coming. He's coming this way. Of course he is, because he is a pain in my neck. The thing is, if I turn my light on, he is going to see. The problem is I can't see without the light, so I'm just going to have to... Oh, there we are. I think we've ended up back here again. Okay, good. I'm now going to hope that he's going to go into that little room. There we are. Now, what I'd like to do is to follow him right now and go past the door and head up the corridor, but I don't think he's going to stay in there long enough for me to really achieve that. So I'm going to wait for him to head out, really hope he doesn't come this way. He's coming this way. Bad guys. It's like there's some kind of curse on them, like the code is cursed. They know exactly which way you don't want them to go, and then they go that exact way. Because of course they do. For crying out loud. Okay, I think it's... Oh, God. Which way is he coming? This way or that way? That way. Okay, good. That's fine. Just wait for him to go down, then I'll follow him. Because I think the door that I want is just about the end of this corridor, so the far side of the canteen. Is he coming back? Yes, I think he is. Okay, right. Let me go this way. It must be a sight thing, because I'm making a heck of a lot of noise in my feet and my breathing, so... It must be a sight thing with the light. You must just be a lot more sensitive to the light than I ever realised. Where the hell am I now? This is not the parking lot that I entered via. Okay, now I'm going to wander off into the forest. With the road to nowhere. Can I get run down on the road to nowhere? Has there been an earthquake? Is that what shut down the containment field that was keeping the beast hidden? I don't know. Is he following me? Because that door is open now. That door is being unlocked. There's something over there. I don't know what that is. Also see... Is there something over there? Something flashing. Is that another tape record? Let me run over and see what this is first. So we get a little additional lore. You also get a little additional laryngitis from this bloke breathing down my lug holes all evening. Teach me things, oh recorder of voices.
2nd of September. Dr. Steinman and others who have their labs close to the testing tubes have reported that they experienced something that they would describe as hearing a voice in their head. Is this the breakthrough we've been hoping for? We've started to apply the drug doses through the liquid of the testing tube now. This should lead to a more rapid progression.
What are you talking about? You wanted to communicate telepathically with this creature. Here's an idea. Maybe if you hadn't lopped half of her brain out, you would have been able to communicate with her verbally in the first place. You bunch of weirdos. Science really has gone too far this afternoon, has it not? Ah, get you. Okay, this looks like another building of some kind. Another doorway. I feel like there's another test tube in there, where the beast was originally contained. Do I have to try and recontain it? Because that's above my pay grade. Goodness, I'm not doing nothing. Oh, the door's gone. Oh, and he's come to give me a kiss. That's a nice scream. That's a nice, horrific scream. Oh yes, I forgot to mention this. It's made by 3 nice people, including this nice person here who have played a number of their bits and bobs before. Didn't think it was spelled with 3 R's though. I thought it was only spelled with 2, but never mind. I was just going to show how much attention I pay to people that I'm supposed to respect. Sorry about that. Right. Yeah, that was a very nice quality scream. That was a very nice, believable scream, which is nice because from the stock sound effects to the stock door sounds, it was nice to have a nice original scream sound effect. I rather approve of that. So yes, that was very good. Quite nice stealth mechanics. Again, I feel like it could do with maybe a tiny bit more direction. Just like a little bit of a subtitle, sort of here and there, like when you arrive to say, I need to head to the testing chamber on the lowest floor or something. And then when he escapes, you should perhaps maybe get a message saying, I must escape this place, you know. Just for stupid people like me who, you know, couldn't tell a kumquat from a artisan painting. So, you know, it would be nice just to have a bit of direction of what we're meant to do each time. So that's good. But yeah, I like that. I like the way that it balances the combat with the stealth by keeping the ammunition very limited, so that you can fight him off if you're very careful with it, if it's absolutely necessary. But it's really not advised. So yes, that was nice. Very professional voice acting for the audio logs as well. Nice that we heard all of them, and yes, I rather enjoyed that, and I hope you did as well. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and